1 month? Really?
Yeah. On July 70, 80, I think semi-final, final.
It's
And
of July
I'm
14th.
yeah.
Oh,
When you are going to London?
Bhai.
I'm going on next Friday.
hmm.
They
Who
are the Pakistani players.
who laugh? Great.
Yeah, exciting World Cup. I think good matches, but sorry, Quinton, for your team. It looks like it's tough now. I don't think they're going to make top four.
Yeah, I think it's over for us now. I'm officially an Indian supporter.
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah, I have. I have
You
to.
have to be Indian supporter for
Quinton,
sure.
yeah, you should join Indian fan club.
Yeah.
Yeah, I must. I think you should give me the ticket, Shavesh. You must give me your ticket now.
No way, right, Sarvesh? Not at all possible.
This is a long procedure, and when you will get approval, then World Cup will be finished.
Probably okay.
All right, great. Okay, so uh, so then agenda, I have a few things to talk about. Account performance grading system. Vivek's spreadsheet, he has actually shared a specific sheet few weeks ago. So here is that sheet. I'm not sure how many of you remember this, but we actually need some kind of system like this in our PPC central dashboard in one tab, wherein we can have team member grade the performance, something like this. I really love this sheet. The reason is because it gives us a control, it gives us a quick look into how week or week a specific account is performing. And what is very nice thing here is, I think Vivek and his team member are already using this, which is really very good. So I can see the grading listed out. For example, one heart caregiver service, how was week 1 performance, week 2 performance, week 3, week 4. So system like this, uh, again, I would like everyone to think about a little bit here in how best a spreadsheet we can make. I was thinking maybe if we can have a data also along with this grading column somewhere, probably on left hand side, one column depicting the data for a specific week. And looking into that data, someone gives PPC analyst first give grading, and then team lead, myself or Vivek give, then the performance subsequent grading. And we using that kind of system every day, every week, in order to have a better control on the numbers and performance. What do you guys think about this?
Actually, Ashok, okay, go ahead, Vivek.
Yeah, go ahead, go ahead. No issue. I will.
Yeah. Actually, I have suggestion for this because
Mm-hmm.
this is for weekly, but I think we should go for the fortnightly because generally for all the accounts, the first week was the we have adjusted budget and generally in first week the account not controlled with the CPA and ROS, but in
Mm-hmm.
second week it will be streamlined. So I think if we are going with the fortnightly, then we will have a good enough time and
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, probably the goal of that spreadsheet obviously is to spot on the problems. But if 1 week, for example, week 1 we probably have poor performance, that's fine. If next week we are picking up with average or good, then it's a good trend we are making. What we should intend, or probably the goal of that, is if there is a needs improvement consistently going, and something we can be alerted with and can proactively look into how we can improve before we run out of time.
Yeah.
Ashok, at the first glance, I want to say something.
Mm-hmm.
How do we, you know, marking these grades like good, average, excellent, and poor?
So in second
There are
shift,
two things possible. First, if you look at the ROS or the CPA, other thing is how we are improving in compared to the past grade range.
Ashok, can you go to second sheet though? We have defined the KPI for each of the clients. So what will happen here? We cannot consider the same performance for each of the account as a poor or good. Or so for each account, you have to define what you consider as a poor, what you consider as a average, and what you consider as excellent and outstanding. So here you have to first define, and this need to be updated after 2 months, 3 months, or 4 months. It's all up to after looking into growth of client, and then we have to decide. So sometime it may be for Magnolia Boutique right now, below 2x is a poor performance, but it may be after 3 months or 4 months or 5 months we consider below 3x as a poor performance. So that we have to understand and analyze, and this need to be defined, predefined, and based on that we have to grade that.
Yeah, that makes sense. So it should be based on a general understanding. Obviously, you have to know a specific client's goal for sure. What is their goal? What is their profit margin in e-commerce cases? What ROI level would be good, bad, excellent. So that first anyone who is reviewing the account needs to be aware about before he or she can grade. Also, this is a good way to clearly define like what is poor, what is average. This is excellent way. It makes anyone clearly understand if he has got just 3-4 minutes to look into performance. So what he can do is he can read this straight away, open the account, see the week, and then based on that can grade. Probably if week over week is not good, maybe we can think about month over month grading as well. What do you think?
Yes.
Yeah, we can also define that based on the client performance. If some account is doing really great, we can go with monthly.
Ashok, I think if you will see the sheet properly, it is already defining the monthly. So that is month over month is already there.
It's actually month over month, but it has been divided into week
Yeah,
by week.
the purpose is here. We cannot wait for 15 days or 20 days or 30 days to if some client is continuously on week over week they are performing the poor, or they are on the constant way and they are not improving. So we have to keep eyes on weekly, of course. 15 days it takes some time to optimization, and optimization get to work, but you have to be very careful. Your account need to be view by week or week. We cannot consider it like 15 days or
Okay,
month.
Vivek, we have daily management tasks. This is like a
Yeah.
broader view.
Yes.
It doesn't have a lot of details.
Yeah, I was thinking if we can integrate data as well, then it would make it more meaningful. A clear-cut view on a data, like what is the data.
But for data, we are already managing other tools there, and in PPC Central already we are managing week over week performance. The new sheet which you have shared, where we are managing the bandwidth. So there, the first column is
Right.
getting the performance.
That's right.
So, but the thing is that you can find out the data there. You can find out the data, but that data is good, bad, excellent, or average. You cannot judge it. You cannot find it directly by looking that data. You have to either you have some picture or broader pictures to find out this much data is considered as good or this much data is considered as bad. So in a single view you cannot consider like how it is week over week performance. Yeah, it may be like if 1 month 1 week it is giving you $300, then $400, then again 350, then you don't know that 300 is considered as a good or bad or what is trend that is. And if that trend is continuously on good way or excellent way or an average way.
Actually, Ashok, I would like to say something here. Actually, we, as per our new process, hello,
Yep.
as per our new process, Ashok is not.
Yeah, so it's there, I guess.
Okay.
Show is disconnected.
I think Ashok is just
Yeah, I'm not able to click on his screen.
I think he
Yeah,
disconnected.
it is connected.
He will be back.
The primary purpose of this seat was Ronak, was just to have a look, single look, and see. So whether it happens, being a PPC analyst, it's clear to you that which account is performing well or not. So because you always or daily keep eyes on it, but being a PPC team lead or being a someone else of ever management uh, will not be aware about instead of going deep down and dig down and look into week over week, month over month, how it's going on, how it's not going on.
But Vivek, we already, I think in new process, we already created the first seat as per our new process.
Yeah,
Which,
yeah,
uh,
that is clearly good. But I already have told you what is the loophole of that. The loophole is that you have data, but that data doesn't give you the picture. That data is in good manner, average manner, or excellent manner, or on what manner? Is it giving you the expectation of the client what you are what for what we are working for, or it is constant, or it is average, or how that data is. Got my point? And here what will happen in this set, you will also find out later on. I will add for each client or each account review sheet we will add. So what will happen, so in a single click you will find out what if the trend is constant, average, poor, whatever, what is our plan there for each, whether it will be a review by me or a show or some other else, and based on that we can see how it is going on and how we are performing and what action we are going to take on that performance. So that is what I was thinking about that.
Vivek, we don't take action looking at this sheet, this grading, because we are self-grading. We are grading ourselves. This is for DP, right?
No, not for DP only. It is for you. It is for team lead, and it is for as well DP as well. Uh, but the purpose is only for here is look into week over week performance, if that is matching the client's expectations or not, what actions we are taking against that. And you will later on find out for each account the review sheet. So whether Ashok and I every 15 days or 10 days or 7 days, or even Reveka or DP also review, so you will be able to find out that reviews into into score tasks. So in a score task, every 15 days or 10 days, DP reviews the account. Our team lead reviews the account.
Yes, but that's why I'm saying that we have, as per our new process, which we have created the first tab of the series, the already all the performance are existent, like weekly, week over week, month over month, and our profitability, our wins. So I think here the PPC analyst create a particular KPI as per the particular accounts requirement, but for this sheet we can see the actual scenario at the first.
Yeah, that is correct, but that sheet gives you only the numbers value. So that numbers denotes to what you don't see by just seeing that numbers. Yeah, even if in that sheet we can define what is the client expectation and client defined goal, and if that is matching week over week or not, then that purpose will resolve. But in that sheet, if you will be able to look into, so that denotes only the numbers. Can you define by just looking that number if that number is performed in good manner, average manner, or we require any changes or not on that?
We can actually simplify it. This step probably aren't required, because if we would be asking PPC analyst grade it, then by default they would be knowing what is a good performance, what is a bad performance, as well as team leads, myself and Vivek, we would also look into the details under strategy document in order to have an idea about what performance could be excellent, what could be average, what could be good. So we can definitely simplify it. I and Vivek will further work on this and see if we can make it convenient for us. But the purpose here is, obviously we have everything in our spreadsheet. This is spreadsheet, but we should probably doing little, additional things to be little bit proactive. I know you guys are doing work, but we probably should have something clearly visible to us, which can uh, guide
Actually,
us, that we need to jump into an account and help you guys.
Ashok, I have one recommendations regarding this process.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, actually, I think we should create a one tab on the
Mm-hmm.
this sheet which we have created it for the new strategy.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I uh, uh, I have no idea what should we to allocate the particular name, but in this tab, we should add a particular info that sometimes as per the client requirement, we have paused some keywords and we have changed some landing page, and sometimes account suddenly as per the client's requirements, sometimes we have to pause all the campaigns due to any issues, and this type of issue effects on the particular whole account performance.
Okay.
So I think
Yeah, that's a fair point.
yeah, so we should suppose I am giving you the one example like NBB maintenance. 2 months ago, the client told us please put the carpet cleaning related keywords, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And because they have paused their services and they have not workers for their services, but in the same month we have most of conversion getting from this keyword and search term. So whenever we have paused this search term and adding a particular negative and pause all the keywords regarding carpet cleaning, at that time the CPA will be high, right? So
Right.
after that we have created the another strategy, and right now it should seem like so this type of point
Mm-hmm.
whenever we are suppose uh, right now I am managing this account, but after 2 or 3 months if you transfer this account to Aditya, so Aditya will be review this particular tab, what will be major issue happen with this account,
Okay.
you know.
Yeah,
So
it's a solid point. Yes,
yeah,
we need some sort of a tracking about client events as well, or the changes they are requesting. and we can see, in a few cases this tend to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ashok, I want to add here one thing. So absolutely, Ronak points what I that was in my mind by creating that sheet. So can you go to that sheet once again? And I have shared you reviews review doc for each of the
Mhm.
time. Yeah. So this what I wanted to link to that sheet. See, so what happens is each times we week over week how it is performing, and we review it, either me, you, or based on that we will assign to PPC analyst. So these are the findings, and these are the actions. Either they will say these are the actions we have taken in this week. So it will be a single sheet where we will manage each of the accounts week over week, what we changes made, and how is that impacted to that performance or not.
But I think week over week it's not possible for all the account. As per the particular PPC analyst, they are daily managing the particular accounts. I think so. So
See, you don't have to give grading daily. It's just 1 week.
And
So, for
it will
example,
take hardly 2 minutes to
yeah,
grade you.
it's just 1 minute because you already even having understanding of how your account's performance is.
It will hardly take you 1 minute, because
Yeah.
yeah, you go to account, just have to segregate that week over week, and have to see is that matching to or not. Then otherwise
Okay, the conclusion is we will actually make it a little bit simplified and integrate it into our central dashboard, and we'll see, how convenient it comes to us before we start using it. Second thing is, this is also a very, very good point. So having a tab in our spreadsheet for each client, special one tab, where we can keep a record of like this reviewed and client events, everything should be recorded somewhere in one tab, and we will introduce that as a separate one tab for each client. So even if we are grading it every week and finding issues, we actually make a note of that exactly like this. All right, so my next agenda, this is another way to look into numbers, daily campaign numbers email into inbox inside email body, not via spreadsheet. So I'm not sure if you guys ever used that or not, but for our in-house account, we, not me actually, but Joel has built up an email like this. This kind of email comes every day to me, Joel, and Jordan.
Ashok, your screen is not visible.
Not visible?
Yes.
Sorry, my internet connection is a bit troublesome today. Can you guys see my screen?
yes,
Yeah, sure.
Perfect. So this kind of email comes every day. Look at that. And it gives, let's see, subject adverse Spain yesterday. There we go. Every day we get an email where is there's the details of how much Spain a campaign did a day before yesterday, and everything comes into simple email body. Now, few year ago, I think 1 year ago or maybe a couple of months ago, we used to also see conversion information here, but I'm not sure what changes Google made. Now we are only able to see cost informations. So this email is a very, very helpful email. It gives a easy control on looking into campaign specific numbers straight away. Joel built it up for yesterday's use, yesterday's data, because he wants a control on day by day cost as well. But what we can do is we can bring an idea ourselves. We can use this kind of email chain ourselves and looking into like performance every 30 days or something like that, and seeing all that quickly into your email body. It's easier way. I am not sure. We need to R&D little bit on this, how to set this up. But Joel literally did this, and I'm not sure if any of you already knows this kind of ways or not. Anyone? Anyone have ever set up email alert like this?
No.
Scheduled reports we used, but not this kind of.
Yeah, I have always seen email alerts wherein you will be having a spreadsheet, a couple of additional clicks, and via spreadsheet you can open it and see the details. But I have never actually, in our client accounts, I have never used such kind of email alerts. So we should actually do little bit R&D and find out a ways how we can get these kind of numbers, not just cost numbers, but also revenue numbers. It will literally be, in your email itself, you will be seeing the numbers and having, a feeling that, how is your performance, despite, you won't have to open your MCC or account and try to see. I'll not be discussing much here because probably it will need some time to R&D, but I really love this. And each of us should utilize this to have this in our inbox. Great. So the third agenda, I actually build up. I know we were talking about Facebook ad strategy for Shopify clients using Shopify's marketing feature, marketing application inside platform only, and running our catalog sales campaigns. So I have done an R&D on this and come up with final strategy that we should utilize for any e-commerce business who is using Shopify. Utilize this way to run your catalog sales campaign. And there has been an excellent complete instructions explained by Shopify already. So you don't have to go anywhere. You don't have to ask anyone. Everything has been provided. So all the key things I mentioned already here. So when you are running Facebook ads for Shopify, make sure that you actually start your campaigns using this strategy. Any question on this?
Yeah.
Perfect. The last point in the agenda is this one is a little bit towards integrated marketing. Jordan and Rebecca thinks that PPC team should do little additional job, little extra job, and bring value to SEO team as well, or bring value to integrated marketing. I know we actually do our work. We set up campaigns, we run them, we optimize them, we work hard to try to being success. Sometimes it comes, sometimes it doesn't. So we already know how hard it is. However, if we could give additional value by assisting SEO team, how they can hone their strategy, what they can learn from our work, or what we can learn from their work, those integrated marketing services are always fruitful, always beneficial for two reasons. One is we actually give a lot more value to clients than they expect from us. Second thing is it also helps you retain the client if somehow one service is struggling and another is doing well. That's actually the backbone of coalition's service when it has been established, when it has been started back in 2019. That ever since we are promising clients that we would be giving you integrated service, and that means we would be utilizing SEO PPC together to give value. I don't know where it has lost, or it's probably too tough to work in that way, but we certainly need a better collaboration. So as that being said, we have talked about PPC answers to SEO questions already. And also in our new process, we had talked about landing page, two of the most important thing, landing page, A/B testing, selections. So instead of two teams doing this separately and later on trying to connect each other and do it more effectively, there has been a separate task, separate section altogether I introduced in our new process, wherein I ask primary SEO technicians, SEO analyst who is responsible for SEO strategy and SEO work. So I have asked SEO analyst, PPC analysts, first they do actually this task, SEO answers to PPC questions and PPC answers to SEO questions. Both party would need to work on this. And second thing is landing page. Decide if we need a landing page testing, CRO optimization or not. This is all the way coming straight away, as a double star section. So there isn't any number I have given to internal Basecamp because we are already using 1, 2, 3, 4 as per our Google Ads process. But this needs to be there somewhere as a standalone section so that you guys can work with them and can think about like, should we utilize SEO keywords in PPC campaign, or should we utilize special content that SEO guys are using like meta tags or whatever, or does SEO analysts need to know that what is working in PPC all has been there in this document. So I already sent an email to SEO analyst as well. Kanika, Christians both have approved this, that we actually need to work. We need to work on this section and these two tasks, both team really seriously, in order to make integrated marketing practical. Right now, it's not practical. We aren't collaborating as much as we need to. There's been a gap. So these sections will hopefully going to address this, address that. All right, so that's actually the last item in the agenda. It's added into the process. Take some time somewhere and read it, those two tasks. Right now it's not coming straight away, but soon we'll be having it in our Basecamp and start working on that as a part of our process and as a part of giving more value to both services. All right, so it's already 12:05 a.m. IST. We are already 35 minutes in the meeting. Is anyone having any question, concern, comments before we wrap this call?
No, I don't have.
Great. All right, guys, that being said, thank you so much for taking time and joining today. Have a good day ahead.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.